The reason we've got apostles, prophets, pastors, teachers, and evangelists who all come and teach on our academy are because we want to help you grow and learn of him. And to learn of him, to learn of anyone in any area means I have to lean in and I have to listen and I have to be willing to say, I don't know, teach me, Master. A few weeks ago, I fulfilled a little bit of a dream of mine. I went fishing to what's called the UK's premier trout reservoir. I know this may not raise the heartbeat of any of you in the room, but I always wanted to go. It's not cheap. It's Rutland Reservoir. Some of you know it, towards Leicester kind of way there. And it's a brilliant fishery. You hear, I read the reports every week of the fish that are being caught. And I went with my friend one year. We had the boat booked. The boat booked was from 8 a.m. in the morning to 8 a.m. at night, long day. And we got there, and it was the hottest day of the year. This is just 2 weeks ago. In case you don't know, when you go trout fishing, you don't want the sun really. You want a cloudy day with a little bit of wind. It was sunshiny, and the ripples on the water were hardly there. It was boiling. We got there, but good news, a guy called Craig Barr, who I'm sure you all know because he's a champion fisherman. You all know Craig, don't you? Yeah, good, thanks. Well, Craig Barr was there. So we thought, well, we'll talk to Craig. Craig will know. So Craig said, yeah, you need to go down that way. He went that way, and he sent us that way. So we thought we'll obey him. So we went in a boat, remember, sun shining, so hot. We caught nothing. And then they put what the aerators on, which are in the reservoir, which basically bubble up the water in different parts. I saw some fish moving around the aerators, so we went and we fished there, nothing. Then as the day went on, so we're there all day, some other guys started to come later on in the afternoon, and they started fishing around, they call them the boils. I'm giving you a free lesson here today on some trout fishing. And the boils were bubbling, and I saw them catching fish. And one day he said to me, go and ask them what they do. I said, no. I've been fishing for years. I know what to do. We'll keep going. Nothing. Then Craig Barr comes past, and he has a go on the broils, and we're watching him. There's different broils, and he's pulling them out. One day he says, go and ask him. Go and, no! We know what he said earlier. We'll keep fishing. And then another guy goes past, and we went like that to him. And he goes, yeah, I've got 40 fish. We hated him. 40 fish. And we went, big fat zero. And he kind of looked at us and rode off into the distance. About 20 minutes later, it's getting near the end of the day. That same guy who we'd gone like that, and he said 40 fish, and we're going, he comes past, gets his boat right next to us. And he said, what are you using? And we showed him what we're using. He said, no, you need to use this. And he gave us a fly, make a note of this, look it up, called the humongous. It's a technical term. It's meant to represent a fry, a small fish. And it was an olive green with gold and silver, a humongous. He said, put that on, cast over the broils, let it come round, keep your line tight, and you'll get a bite. So we did. I did anyway. Got one year, couldn't get far enough out. So I got out, did what he said, put the humongous on. I got a bite, I got a fish on. It dropped off. Tried again. I got another fish on. Dropped off. We've got 10 minutes left on the water because you've got to get off by 8 o'clock. So let me try once more. Got a bite, do what Mr. Humongous Man had said. I think he was an angel. And guess what? I caught a fish. Thank you very much. Here's my point. I had to listen and learn. And by listening and learning, I was successful. If we'd have known that at the beginning of the day, I'd have had 50 fish. That's a humble man, but I was too proud. I'm not going to listen to them until we're desperate. Don't wait till you're desperate. Because God, don't ever ask, by the way, don't ever say to God, humble me, humble me. No. Humble yourself. That's That's what it says in the Bible. Humble yourself under the mighty hand of God and see what he will do for you. Well, I'm a mature person. I know the Bible. Well, maybe there's something more you can know. Sign up for Academy. Oh, I'm too young. Humble yourself. Don't use youth as an issue of pride. Think of Academy. Because God opposes the proud, but he shows grace to the humble. Can I finish my message? Because I'm not going to be speaking again until September, so I'm going to keep you longer. My third point is this. It's not as serious as the other two, but it's still serious. If you want to humble yourself, laugh at yourself a lot. Number 3. Look at the cross, learn of him, but learn to laugh a lot. A guy wrote a book about C.S. Lewis and his humor, wrote this: laughter as a divine gift to the human who is humble. A proud man cannot laugh because he must watch his dignity. He cannot give himself over to rocking and rolling his belly, but a poor and happy man laughs heartily because he gives no serious attention to his ego. Oh, I've made some awful mistakes in my life, especially when I'm preaching. And they used to drive. My wife will tell you, I would beat myself up at home. I said the wrong word, or I said it in the wrong way, why did I do that? Now, I don't care much. I always wanted to be right. By the way, a sign that you're proud is if you always want to win the arguments. Who cares if you win? Keep the relationship. It's more important than winning the arguments. I was preaching one time, one of my mistakes was this. I meant to say that the man threw himself at Jesus' feet. And I said, the man threw his feet at Jesus. And I thought, have I said something wrong? I went to preach at a Bible college in South Africa, and I was so proud. I was going to this Bible college in South Africa. So I produced a booklet, and I put on the front, be eager to prophesy, because that was my theme. And I met the principal, and I said, look, I've done this booklet that I've brought here. And he said, looked at the front, and he read it. He says, be eager to prophecy. I'd spelt it wrong. And then I had to change all the books. I felt silly, stupid. But it didn't matter. I got up once, did a rap. In case you don't know, I used to be an international rap artist. In my dreams. And I did it one year at Revival 95, I think it was. They wanted me to do it again the next year, but a different one. So I wrote a different one. But I couldn't get the rhythm, and I couldn't get in with the band, and I even got the year wrong. And here we are at Revival 95, and it was Revival 96. And the guys took me off and said to me at the end of that service, a Welsh guy said, "You were rubbish." Like my Welsh accent. "You were rubbish, boyo." And I said, "I know. I'll be better tomorrow." And he said, "Oh, no, you won't, because you're off." And I felt that big. But every loss has produced a gain. And every moment you've been brought low, God will raise you up. He's the glory and lift of your head. Don't do it yourself. Let's kill pride, should we? You with me? Let's kill pride.
If you enjoyed this video today, why not give it a like? Furthermore, why not subscribe to our channel as we seek to share the light and love of Jesus into your life?